First of all, Russia has every right to celebrate their victory parade because it was Russia's defeat of Nazi Germany that ended that war. So, salute to all the veterans, to all the late soldiers, to all the people that fought for the world's liberation, from Germany. If not, we all would have been speaking German, and a lot of us would have been in concentration camps. That is, those lucky ones, many would have been dead. But let's come to Africa. What was Africa's participation in the Second World War? Well, Africa had about 1 million soldiers. 500,000 of them were conscripted by France in their French African colonies, and the other 500 were conscripted by the British in their British colonies, making a total of 1 million. And we also had casualties. About 10-20% of the soldiers, died. And the interesting thing is that after the war, when the first victory march was being held in Paris, no African soldier was allowed to march with the French army or the British army. None. Even though they had fought and died for Britain and France, they were not allowed to participate in the victory parade that was held in Paris after the war. And as if that was not enough, when the soldiers were brought back to their various colonies, French West Africa or the British colonies, they were unpaid, their salaries were unpaid. And when they began to protest and agitate for their salaries to be paid, guess what happened? In Senegal, for example, in 1944, when the soldiers who had come back from Second World War began to protest, to march for their salaries to be paid, the French opened fire on them, and about 300 people were massacred on that day. Why? For protesting for their salaries to be paid. It's called the Thioraye Massacre. Thioraye Massacre, Google it, 1944 in Senegal. How the French massacred French West African soldiers for demanding, for protesting, for agitating for their salaries to be paid. This also happened in Ghana. Google the Ghana riots, 1948. You'll see what happened. The same thing, soldiers, veterans, returnee soldiers were agitating, marching, protesting for their salaries to be paid, and the British opened fire on them. 3 people were killed, and there were many casualties. So we in Africa should also have our own victory day because we participated in that war. Over 1 million soldiers, we lost soldiers, and of course the bias, the colonization, the wickedness of the colonizers continued even after we had helped to liberate France from the clutches of Germany. It's this same France that we died for, that we liberated. This same France is the one exploiting and unaliving our African leaders who want to do things for us. This same France that we died for, that we liberated, that we gave freedom to. The same France that is telling us that we can't have good leaders. And when we have an Ibrahim Traore, they want to take him out. Just a little fun fact for you all to know. Just a little history of the atrocities that have been going on. It didn't start today. It didn't start today. So may the souls of all those veterans who died in service, in action, both Africans and non-Africans, rest in peace. Happy Victory Day.